Alrighty, your boys is the legendary one, and we're doing a PvP showcase on the new Thousand Blood War Chad. Now, this Chad is definitely more of an interesting character because he is a quote-unquote brave battle character, but I find he actually has a lot more use in PvE than PvP, so we're going to talk about it here. So Chad here, he's a human affiliation, of course. He has the Captain Killer and Stern Raider Killer, which is good and bad in PvP. It's not that bad. It's just the only Stern Raider in PvP is literally Ashkin and Jugrum, which are not running into as much as before because it's just way better characters that happen to all do, like they all are captain though. Besides, I guess, Yuha, who is no affiliation, right? He does have the damage taken negative 16% as his soul trait, but let's talk about his skills here. So he has no debuffs, no ailments, but he does have a boost. The only thing is, if you're trying to run him with Yuha, you now have two boosters, which I'm not sure what you would want to do there, but I don't really mind, right? So there's that, right? He has poise, weaken resistance, and sprinter +1 on his innate skills, and then he has, unfortunately, berserker +60%. Half stamina only, decrease damage taken by 50%, and then brave battle only, prevent last ditch survival. Long reach +20%, flurry +1, increase damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment. So he does 100% more damage to characters who are not debuffed. So he basically has this the whole time. He does 100% more damage. But if they are debuffed or afflicted with an ailment, he loses it, right? He has Enhancer, Pierce Barrier, Guard Break plus hit enemies, and Booster. So he doesn't really have anything, like any skills that are meant for PvP besides the Brave Battle only, Prevent Last Ditch, and Half Stamina only, even though that works outside of PvP too. Right, you can use him in PvE, and he would be more better there actually than he would in PvE because he does also have guard break plus in enemies, and I guess Pierce Barrier is also a PvP thing, right? So yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better PvP characters that I should say released PvP characters because he's actually like a good like PvE character. But we're gonna take a look at him in PvP now, but before we do that, here is what I gave him. He is T20. I gave him low stamina, damage boost, and dodge. I didn't give him start barrier because everybody has pierce barrier. I find it useless now, completely. And then also prevent prevent brave battle healing. Didn't find that necessary, so I think this is the best thing I could give him. Or I couldn't give him damage to like weaken enemies or anything because he doesn't have any debuffs. So I think dodge and low stamina damage boost is the best thing I could give to him. Okay, so here in Brave Battle, here's my team. You got Kirishiki, Yuha, and Chad here. Here's my build. Golden Chappie, regular so Golden Chappie, regular Chappie, and then the Knuckle Duster. Right, and then for my links, just damage taken. Right, that's really it. One thing about this Chad that is a very big W that kind of puts him high up there for PvP is that he completely destroys Kirishiki. Right? He melts him because one, he's type advantage, and he has the killer. Right, and Kirishiki does not have human killer, so it is actually kind of unfortunate for him, but Chad does run down a lot of Kirishiki. The only problem with Chad is for characters like Tsukishima, and I'm going to show you guys actually this first match. We'll do this one here, but Tsukishima or Yamamoto or anybody who has invincibility, the Chad, if he does go up against them, has to wait. He does have to wait the full 10 seconds before he can start hitting them, right? So we're going to actually go up against this Tsukishima here. We're slightly a bit more powered than them, but we'll see. Just pay attention to the Chad and look how long it takes for him to actually start doing damage to the Tsukishima, right? So, for example here, look, Tsukishima is not taking no damage, but then when Chad can hit him, he just one-taps him, right? To be fair, that was Kirishiki and Chad there. So, yeah, you don't really want him going up against people with invincibility because he can't do nothing against them, right? But against characters where he can do stuff, let's say, for example, let's find someone who, like, let's have him go up against Yuha. I'm not sure how well he would perform against a Yuha. This is actually my first time putting, this is second time he put up against a Yuha. The thing is, he does hit hard, right? He does hit very hard in PvP. Let's see, does he like nuke Yuha? He has 50,000 HP, right? So he kind of does go crazy against Yuha, right? As you see there, he handled Yuha, right? He handled Yuha there fairly easily too, right? Yuha did have him kind of on the ropes, but the 100%, it's the 100% damage. It's just so broken. It's so broken, actually. Right? I kind of want to find people who are higher power. Right? Let's go here, right? 34k. So here, it's high because that means all their characters like max transcendence. That's why like it's usually super high like that. But if we do have him go up against, let's say this Kenpachi here, right? We're gonna have Yuha go after him, and then yeah, we'll have it like this. Do we beat this team? We'll see. The thing is, Chad again hits very hard, so I don't know if max transcendence is gonna cut it for most characters, but let's see how well he does against a max transcendence Kenpachi, who is not a PvP character like that, but yeah. So yeah, he just kind of just nukes him still. He still just kind of nukes him, right? I don't think a max transcendence will stop this Chad. And my Chad is one dupe. He's only one dupe, right? We got an extra battle, which is nice. But yeah, I don't think any max transcendent characters besides like an actual PvP character will hurt him. I'm hoping maybe we can get like a max transcendent Kirishiki to see how well he performs. But we did go up against a 4 out of 5 Kirishiki, and Chad literally like 2-tapped him still. So he is definitely a lot better in PvP, right? But yeah, so let me see if we can find somebody who's I was gonna go after this guy, but okay, here's perfect. Let's have him go after is his Kirishiki one dupe? Who here has the max dupes? Okay, so this Kenpachi is max transcendence, right? So we're gonna see how well does he go up against the Kirishiki here. This Kirishiki does have more dupes in him, so he should be let's see. So Kirishiki, no HP, so he probably will get 2-tapped. Yeah, he starts off with no HP, and then that's the damage taken kicking in, right? So when what he does is he one-taps it, not one-taps, but he does one attack and it gets below 50%, and then that's where the 50% damage taken comes into play, where you see Kirishiki surviving these blows, right? But if they don't have that, he's literally running them down. It's insane. Right, we can go against this Kirishiki too. I don't know what the dupes are on that Kirishiki, but we could check, right? He just runs down Kirishiki. So I would say only for the sole purpose that he beats Kirishiki. Look, Kirishiki literally starts off in the middle of any Kirishiki literally starts off like in the middle with their HP at the middle, right? Like they start off with half HP because the Chad hits so hard. The 100% is insane. I'm trying to see if I could find somebody like who is like should be so high. Like to be fair, we are in seat 5, unfortunately, but okay, wait. This is a good thing right here. This is a max trans. Let's see. How well does he? What's his killer? What's Jugram's killer? Squad 0. I'm curious. Let's do this. I'm curious. How well does he do against this is a max transcendence Jugram 2. And again, right, he doesn't have the prevent or like ignore invincibility. So I don't expect Chad to survive here, actually. Not whatsoever. This is a max transcendence, right? Yeah, but I think when he gets past 50%, it's going to be a bit iffy. And then, yeah, he just runs him down, right? I think Chad could survive the 10 seconds against Tsukishima's... Not really Tsukishima, but Jugram, I think he could survive. Maybe Yamamoto's he could survive. I'm not sure. But he definitely can run down a lot of these characters, right? I think he could tank it. This is a good match. Max Transcendence? No. Who is here? What? That means these two are Max Transcendence. Ah, that's a good matchup, though. That's full. Yeah, let's run this match. So we're going to have him go up against the Kirishiki here. Never do that, right? But do we beat this match, right? This guy has 14k more power than us, right? So, but let's see. Because I think Kirishiki is not really a problem. He's not a threat to us whatsoever. And the other two will not be a threat to us either, I don't think. Right? So, let's see. Kirishiki, is he dead or is my thing dead? Okay, yeah. So, he's not a threat. Yeah. Yeah, not a threat. Kirishiki is not a threat, bro. That guy have 14k more power than my whole team combined, right? My team is full of... The only character on this team that has dupes is my Yuha, right? Of course, I have other characters. I have the Kenpachi with more dupes. My Yamamoto has 4 dupes, right? So a lot of these other characters have more dupes in them, and I could just use them if I want my power to look like it's big. But in terms of like best characters in PvP, I think this would probably be the best team to use. I think because everybody's using Kirishiki, but Chad literally runs him down. He runs Kirishiki's down. Right, we're gonna do a couple more matches here with our orbs, but Chad runs down Kirishiki, and fairly easily too. Let's have him go up against a Kenpachi, a Spirit Trapper with the Kenpachi, and then I'll try to have him go up against the Yamamoto as well. Not yeah, I guess Yamamoto too. I'm trying to have him go up against every type of PvP character to see how well he performs. So far, he performs very good, right? No matter the case, right? He does have Pierce Barrier built in, right? So, yeah, I mean, it didn't really go in our favor there at all. It didn't really go in our favor there at all. And then again, Kenpachi does have a Flurry +2, so that's our first L. I think if we switched the placements up, we would have been fine. But, let's see. So this is fine, I think. I'm actually going to do this. Right? Have him run down this Kirishiki, and then hopefully he runs down to the Yama. But yeah, if you want to just get rid of Kirishiki, that is the wave. Right? Just have him go after Kirishiki, and he will handle him. So yeah, I mean, he just runs them down, bro. He just runs them down. Let's see. Does this guy have like... No, I don't know if there's an Isaac. We'll do like one more match. But I want it to be against somebody like very difficult. Like a best team type thing, but like very high power. If I could find one. Like this is a pretty good one. A pretty good showing. Max Transcendence Kirishiki. Perfect. So let's see now how well he does against a Max Transcended Kirishiki. Right, this is what I wanted to see. Max Transcended Kirishiki. Does he just... This is... My Kirishiki has one... Or my Chad has one dupe. Let's see. So yeah, the 50% comes into clutch, bro. As you've seen, the Kirishiki got us low pretty quickly, but once we got past that 50%, he is struggling to kill us. So, I like the Chad. I think this will be my main PvP team. It handles, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. He's a really good character in PvP, right? I don't think we're gonna do any more PvP matches, but yeah, I think he's a really good character. That was a Max Transcended Kirishiki and he beat him, right? Yeah, I do like the Chad. The only flaws with him, like I said, is the prevent. He doesn't have the prevent invincibility, which is unfortunate because he has Stern Ritter Killer, and the main Stern Ritter you're going for is like let's go against this team right here, where the full team. I'm gonna have him go here. We'll do one more match. The full team is invincibilities, right? And only 2 of them ignore it, right? So I guess if it's a team like this, we should be fine. Because these 2, like Kirishiki and Yuha, should handle the other 2 and then just go assist Chad while he's waiting. But let's see. Right? So, yeah. No, even past the 10 seconds. Like it's like, once he gets past that 50%, it is hard to kill him. Like, right? And he just one-tapped Yama. He one-tapped Yama there. Right? So, fantastic character. Actually, a lot better than I thought he would be for PvP. Right, like I said, he has the flaws where you have to wait the 10 seconds against characters that have invincibility, but he is cracked against characters like Kirishiki. Runs him down. Most of the characters, right, we fought in a Max Transcendence Kirishiki. He lost to a Max Transcendence Kenpachi though, right? And I can only assume because he has Flurry +2, it didn't really matter what he did with the defense down, but I think for that one match, if we switched around the placements, we could have easily won still. But yeah, I do like this Chad a lot. This is probably going to be my main PvP team, right? Again, the total power is low, but that's because we only have literally like 1 dupe in all these characters, right? And then 2 in Yuha. But if I was to use this Kenpachi, he has like 2 dupes, and then wherever Yama is, he has 4 dupes that are not even leveled up, right? So I could put Yama on the team, and it'd probably be better if Kirishiki does end up being, not Kirishiki, if Chad ends up being mostly used, I guess in higher CTs, then I could put Yama in there to not handle him, but like keep him busy, right? Because again, 10 seconds is probably all we need for the other 2 characters to slow down the other characters or kill them and then beat off the invincible character. So yeah, I mean, overall, I think he's a fantastic character, bro. You guys tell me what you think, and yeah, that's it.